Carolyn Dube here, and today I'm talking about two of my stencils over at Stencil Girl Products. Now, when I design a stencil, there's always something in my life that sparks it, that it's based on, and my travel stencils are completely based on family adventures. I have to say, there are some adventures that are amazing and some that are incredibly, well, epic, and not always in the best way. So I've tried to capture all of those spirits, all of that feeling in these words. So there are things like epic and journey and you are here, but there's also things like delayed and recalculating, because the GPS says that a lot when I'm driving. And things like take the scenic route, because that's what I end up doing when I make the oops and miss the turns with the GPS. But you can get the idea of some of the adventures that we've had while traveling. Well, this next stencil is called Coming and Going, and this stencil is all about my love of watching traffic. When I'm in the big city, I absolutely love to just watch all the cars sort of take off after the light turns green. For this reason, when I cross the street, my kids do have to keep a close eye on me because I love to just walk across the street and notice traffic. But the drawback is I'm standing in the middle of the street, so good thing that I bring people along with me who keep me moving out of the way of oncoming vehicles. Well, let's see these stencils in action. I am going to be going for a neat and tidy stenciling job this time, so I am going to tape this stencil down in place with some repositionable artist tape, some good old black acrylic paint, a cosmetic sponge with just a small amount of paint on it, and then I'm going to stencil gently over this whole thing. You'll notice that I'm going in an up and down movement because that really helps to keep the image very crisp when you're stenciling. However, I have this incredible habit to go side to side, which does not make crisp lines, and you'll notice by the time I get to the end of this, I actually do start going more side to side. So if you want really crisp lines when you're stenciling, do as I say, not as I do. Now, in a moment here, you're going to see this pause. That was the phone ringing as I was trying to decide, should I answer it and be a grown-up, or should I just keep on playing? And guess what? I just kept right on playing. That's what answering machines are for, right? They'll leave a message if it's important. So here's what it looks like stenciled. And now what I'm going to do with it is actually cut it into strips. So I'm going to cut off the double-decker buses because that's the part that I want to use for this art journal page. Well, now that I've got them separated into a row, I'm actually going to cut out each and every bus. Well, okay, this is really that hard to do. This is like total easy fussy cutting, not very difficult at all, very simple edges and lines to it. Now, double-decker buses in London for me are red and white, so I'm going to go around with just a Pitt pen, and I'm going right over the black. Don't have to color gently or carefully. It is absolutely a quick and easy way to color something in. Well, the reason why I wanted those red double-decker buses is because I have an art journal page here that I started using a map of London. So I know I want my bus up there, and I want an arrow pointing to where I'm going. And my choices, I ended up picking the British Museum there. So I chose an arrow to point right to where the bus is going, but here's the problem is I'm actually going to stencil something I don't really want to, so I'm just going to use a piece of paper to mask that off so I could keep those crisp lines without getting any kind of over sponging, over painting. Next thing I'm going to put is the "you are here" part, because if I've got an arrow pointing somewhere, I want to tell me where I am. Well, I can't leave this area without something on it, so what I'm going to do now is take part of the phrase that's on here. Now, I could leave this just as first class guilt trip of a lifetime, but I'm just going to go with trip of a lifetime for this one. So you don't have to use it exactly as it's put together on the stencil. You can make it do whatever it is you want it to do using bits and pieces or the parts that suit your needs. So this is now just going to say trip of a lifetime because honestly, when I went to London, it really was a trip of a lifetime. A little bit of red washi tape right here at the bottom will balance out that red for me. And I'm really feeling pretty good about where I'm going to put that bus, so I am going to commit by just putting a little double-sided adhesive on it, and I am going to stick that double-decker bus down. I'm going to commit to it, and then as soon as I commit to it, I'm going to change my mind. But isn't that how it always works? Well, I wanted more buses up top, so all I have to do is grab that stencil and paint and stencil some more of them. I'm cutting out the other bus here, and here's the funny part. As I do this, and I've got the pieces here, it doesn't balance out the way I wanted. So that one that I'd committed to and put the tape on, well, I'm just going to gently go under there and pry it up and get these guys repositioned. Now I'm really happy with where they're going to go, so in comes the red pen. Well, thanks for joining me for a little travel-inspired play in the art journal today. If you would like to see more of my videos, I'd love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Of course, you can find these stencils over at Stencil Girl Products. And you can see my other adventures happening on my blog over at acolorfuljourney.com. Love it if you came over and said hello, as well as signed up for my free newsletter because there is a downloadable video and PDF waiting for you. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of this colorful journey.